Starting a little bit early tonight. Not too early, though. Gotta set up, but see you in a few. Might help if I had my phone plugged in so I could access it. Might also help if my battery had actual stamina. Ah, well. While you wait, you should consider checking out my friends Emmy and Drew and A Factor of Change. A Factor of Change is playing Final Fantasy V, and Emmy and Drew is playing Kingdom Hearts 2. Both of which are very fun to watch. It might be good if I have too many technical issues to proceed. We'll see. Nah. Well, my phone seems to be frozen on its power-up screen. I'm thinking that can't be good. That could be a genuine problem. Uh-oh. Great. We just unplug it and let it turn off again. Oops. Oh, and I was going to run an ad, and I forgot. I'm on a roll tonight. Oh. Why is it doing a One UI thing? Well, I hope that's supposed to happen. Okay, it's a Samsung thing. Alright, well, that's because I'm too cheap to get an iPhone. That, and I have issues with Apple. I don't really understand computers and technical things enough to genuinely have an issue with Apple, but to my very limited understanding of how things work, I have an issue with Apple. I do not like that it's very difficult to repair Apple products unless you like dealing with Apple company itself. So that's about the limit of my understanding of Apple. Okay. That, and I still hold a grudge for not being able to load music onto my iPod Nano without iTunes. Like, I'm sorry, I have music that predates iTunes. You could sideload, but it was a pain in the ass. Okay, well, theoretically this is going to load. In the meantime, maybe I can put my chat up so I can see it better. And I guess play my game on restored window? Hey, stop that. You fucker. Alright, well. Oh, hey, it's starting. Okay, good. It is on 1%, so bets on whether or not turning on my Twitch program will turn it off again. Ah, the joys of forgetting to charge your fucking phone. Alright, well, while this is happening, I could at least start my game. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to play after this series, which is going to be a while because these are fairly substantial games coming up, from what I understand. So, okay, thank you for showing me that the program is on my SD card. That's because I'm a bit too prone to be addicted to to phone games. There's one gacha game I spend way too much money on when I actually total it up. The rest, I'm not allowed to spend money on. It's like, I understand I'm wasting my money, but I'm only allowed to waste my money on one. And I'm not allowed to do the math to see how much I've wasted on it. I won't lie, over the past, because I think I've been playing on it for like 5 years, it's probably come to a substantial amount at this point, if I were to ever total it out. But we don't need to do that. Oh, one sec. I am being irresponsible. Don't do that. I'm being irresponsible and checking something rather than doing my work. Alright, anyway, let's load. See, that's 109 and I think 136. Now, the problem is these game titles are so long that I'm having trouble reading the frickin' timestamp. Okay, I think this is where I want to be. Well, we'll find out. Okay, sorry, one sec. There we are. Social events. I am not a very social person, so the one or two social events I actually engage with, I do try to kind of keep up with. Sort of. Ah, fuck. Alright, there we go. I can see the chat now. Alright, so where the hell am I? Oh yeah, I was talking to the palace guard because I wanted to see if I could do something about this fucking portrait I have. That I got from the creep after I murdered him in the face. I mean, to be fair, he started it. But to be fair, I was invading the sewers. But to be fair, he sexually assaulted a princess according to the legend anyway, so he can go fuck himself. Well, he kissed her. But still. Oh, hey! Is this... When did I get this? Alright, hey. What's your name? Annoying guy. Where the fuck are you? Not you. You. Not your fucking spider, you. Can you identify this pipe thing? Ah, this should be interesting. I suspected you were hoarding magic, and it seems my suspicions were correct. Very well, show me what you have. I would give you shit if you would let me open your inventory. You'd be my fucking pack mule. Let's be honest here. Oh, well, you're helpful. Aha. Well, is there a shopkeeper around? I think there's one up here, and I do have to go here anyway, if I recall my quest correctly. Yep. I have to go kill a slaver, which, to be fair, I mean, I'm on board with. I probably should have recorded Ark earlier. Oh well. This music is so catchy. I hope you can hear it okay. I think I've got it to where you should be able to hear it now. Or not, but then the music just turned off. I was just checking it, and that's when the music ended. It's a loop of silence. Come on. Come back, music, so I can check my sound. Come on, come on. I mean, I could try to sing along with it, but... you've heard me sing before. Ah, stop that. I thought there was a dude who actually sold meaningful stuff somewhere around here. Ah, here he is. Hello, General Merchant. My favorite customer. What do you need? Got some questions. I'd love to talk, but there's a group of mercenaries over there, and I need to hustle for sales if I'm going to put food on the table. That is fair. Show me your wares. Hey, he likes me. That's good. So, not very impressive selection, all things considered, but that's alright. Let's see. I think. There we go. What's this thing? An instrument? Oh, hello. Summon an air elemental once per day? Yes, please. I can definitely make. Can I? Oh, do I have. Oh, I'm not a bard. Fuck! I forgot that I wasn't a bard anymore. Huh, 6,000. Is that because that's the merchant camp, or because this is genuinely only worth 6,000? Alright, well, I don't have used magical devices, and I am not a bard, so alas, I am disappointed. Well, it is what it is. I played Sursa so long I forgot what my class was. Yep, Ranger, Wizard, Arcane Archer. Maybe if I'd done this as a rogue type Arcane Archer, I would have had some luck. Oh well. Ah, here we go. Now I can check. Yep, seems to be registering. It's kind of cool to watch the desktop audio thing go up as the percussion does. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. Alright, so I think I have a key, and I'm supposed to be breaking into this guy's side entrance. Well, looks like we're due for a music change. Oh well, hello. I guess I'm killing the mansion guards. Well, I'm neutral good. Well, hopefully they really are slavers. Well, things to sell, I guess, for now. Let's see. Bolts are... That's a lot of bolts, actually. Alright, so do I want to go left or right? That looks like a longer corridor, so I guess I'll go where I'm going. Because we should be very thorough. Just in case it turns out to be a misunderstanding and I have to leave without robbing him, I should rob him first. Adventurer's bylaws. Bookshelf. Are there books? Do tell. Famous citizens of the Sword Coast. Nasher, Erebeth, Tethyr even made this fucking book. Like I said, blaming Fenthic for trusting Tethyr is really fucking stupid. They all believed him. And most of those are people who are dead or who I helped kill. I think I helped kill some of those people. Well, when I was Steven. I remember helping to kill Obol, but he got better. And Eliath the Serpent Kralnober, who is a quite fun character from the Elaine Cunningham novels, as I recall, and I quite enjoyed that. Oh, by the way, I've got a mention in the now officially published walkthrough for A Hunt Through the Dark Six, which suddenly forgot his name. Sorry, dude, if you're hearing this. But it's on the Neverwinter Vault. It's a very recent wonder, can I go check it out real quick? It's a very recent upload, and anyone who wants to play the 6th episode but got stuck is definitely worth seeing. I got name dropped. I helped. A little bit, anyway. I'll take it. Where is it? There it is. There's the fellow. Eusebius is the pen name there. I use a different name on Neverwinter Vault too. So. But that is very cool. These are not the slack-jawed goons one would expect. This is Sanders' wealth. Must be great for him to be able to afford such well-trained guards, who we're constantly massacring. Well, if he is enslaving people, that does tend to be a profitable operation. Selling your soul usually is. I'd like to think people wouldn't do it if otherwise, but I suppose one never knows. Alright. Oh, I was going to actually start going the other way, but I guess we can continue. I do want to make sure this connects up, though. Oh. Come on, guys. Furia is such a good thing. I'm never going to get experience again, but I do appreciate having the help. Ooh. Well, darling, check this out. A healer kit. And a sword. That's going to fill up my bags of inventory pretty quick. I might sneak out and sell stuff. Alright. Look at those hits. That 7's not terribly impressive, but still. A foul decay smell coming from this room, as of decay and rotting flesh. Oh, well, that's... Maybe I'll stick around here and poke around the side a little longer. There we go. Yeah, that seems like a bad sign. Alright. Guys. Okay. Oh, dead shadow thieves. Well, Felix was one of the brother, huh? These appear to be the bodies of the kidnapped shadow thieves, though horribly mutilated. One of the corpses has a strong enough likeness to Darkland to indicate that it is his brother Felix. Oh, well, he's not gonna like that. No, is there like an identifying thing we could take? We could take his money. No. I was just wondering, though, if he had some notable thing we could take back to his brother. I mean, I could give him his money. But, well, that's a fucking shame. I think we're going to go around this way for a bit and see what's up here before coming down. I'm wondering if it will merge. Well, let's save. If I end up wasting a trip, I waste a trip. Ah, quite a few of these. Okay. Well, I should probably stay by the door, given that I'm an archer, but there's like a fuck ton of us. Damn. I should probably back up a little. There we go. Look at my veritable army here. Goodness. Well, more things to steal. Oh, fuck. A slaver mage. Okay. Well, this definitely seems to confirm the accusations. Ow. Oh, do I have rapid shot on? No, I don't. No wonder. Actually, you know what? Fuck this guy. God, that's fun. Uh-oh. Well, we lost a few summons, huh? Oh, would you like to get zapped in the face with a fireball again? That poor door. On the plus side, mages usually have good things to loot. A piecemeal armor that I would give to somebody if he were not a dick. And a dagger plus 1. It might be... Ooh, a mansion captain. Oh, we're gonna need that. A long sword plus 2 is always useful. Yeah, I know, sweetheart. Alright, time to do some inventory management, huh? Alright, is there anything I can combine? Alright, probably not. 8 pounds. 4 pounds. 6 pounds. 15. Okay. Well, let's take the sword out. Put that in there. Alright, 6 pounds, 14 pounds. The mathematics of encumbrance. Am I wearing this? No. Okay, well that would help. Alright. Yeah, I know, sweetheart. Let's see what we got. So that's 6 pounds, but these are 4 each, but together, the same amount of room, I can get rid of 8 pounds, yeah? Yeah, alright. Well, bought a little bit of time, I guess. Let's come in here and rest. I guess I don't need to rest. Oh no. So, hello, Rashke. You can't wait for the day I tackle Eye of the Beholder. You can preemptively feel the screams of anguish in my soul. Oh yeah, probably. The looting, and I'm guessing there's not much by way of shopkeeping. You should watch me play Dungeon Hack. It's like, oh, the things I have to leave behind. I hate it. So yeah, I will eventually. Not next, because next I want to play, after I tackle this, I want to play something romantic because of my character idea, Bullfrog Jones. And I'm not wasting Bullfrog on something where I don't hear his name said in a romantic context because I think he's funny. Alright, I think I was resting and then I fucked it up. Bullfrog is the most romantic character I've ever created. Alright. Fuck it, you're an archer. We'll walk very slow. This is not gonna last long. I don't have the patience. Oh shit, and I also don't have this room. I should have bought those extra bags. Or I could just put stuff in here. Alright. Still, long swords plus 2 are going to sell for quite a bit. Okay. Oh, there we go for now. So, Ayland? Maybe. I do think it would be very funny to see Bullfrog romance Robert Black. Yep. Kind of thinking that might be where I'm leaning. After Tyrants of the Moon Sea, of course. Because I definitely did not play through all of Hillsfar proper to not see what Hillsfar looks like in modern day. Yeah, so I am actually leaning towards Ayland. I have a portrait in mind for a bullfrog. And it amuses me because if I can find it again, the portrait also has an eye patch. So I think it'd be funny if both my character and his love interest have, well, one set of Fatima Jaspers between them. Is that an ableist joke? Probably. It is a Xenogears reference. Alright. Well, I am really close to the door, and there's a merchant right outside, so I might sneak out real quick. Is that bad form when you're heisting? Probably. Is that going to stop me? Nope. So it looks like these two doors will go into the same place, so I should be able to loot both sides. Maybe I'll punish and I'll get one of those vault things when I play Eye of the Beholder that lets you like summon your own merchant, and then I'll thwart your plans to torture me. I've never really understood how those cute little prefab earth things work, but they always sounded pretty interesting, and it'd be worth trying, I think. Of course, I'm not sure if I would be able to do that for curated content because I'm not sure where that downloads. So, I may still be fucked. Ah. I didn't think ahead. Well, I guess we'll see. But let's sell shit first. Not to the fruit guy. You can hear the music okay, right, Arashke? Oh, does it? I didn't realize that. I don't know that I've got the fully updated version. I think Cameron has updated a few times since I installed mine, so I might have to update that. But let's see. Inventory. Cheat console maybe? No. Merchant. Well. Oh, hello. Let's see. Not really sure how to continue. Select shopkeeper, close dialogue on an open store. Huh. Select shopkeeper. Okay. Okay. I just want to see if I can get it to work. Huh. This might be a little complicated for me. I also probably should have saved before I fucked around. Oh, barely audible. Let's see if I can turn it up a bit. Oh yeah, because I've got both headphones on. One sec. I did get that device you recommended to me. I just haven't fucked around with it yet. Okay, so let's... Why is this so small now? Okay, here we go. So let's try this again. Well, actually, let's exit before I fuck around with things too much. Did I save? Let's save. And of course now the music stopped, so I can't ask you if you can hear it better now that I've turned it up a little, but we'll see. Alright, so now I want to see if I can access that merchant that you were saying, because I don't want to cheat in this sort of mod, but there may be a point where I will want to cheat in Eye of the Beholder. So, knowing that about myself, let's see. It's in the cheat console, open store. Though it looks like it's pulling up mages or merchants that are in this module. So if there are no merchants in the module, maybe it wouldn't do it anyway. Ah, show module. Okay. Magic Store 1. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. It did work. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it, but that's good to know. Alright. Nice. Can you hear it a little better now, Reshke? I'll give you time to figure out if you can hear it.
Hello.
Good, good. I'd forgotten that I have to make sure one headphone is off so I can hear the ambient noise in my apartment. Well, it's not really an apartment. I live in the basement, but still. It's sort of an apartment. Just a one-room apartment with no kitchen. Alright, show me your wares. Start merchant. Alright, let's see what we want to sell. Not that. When did I get that? Well, we'll keep it, but still not sure when I got it. Maybe in the... Oh, yeah, probably. Probably in the tower. Okay. Let's keep one of these in here for now until I'm sure I don't have another. Well, hold on. Fire, protection, crimson. You never know when you need a staff of defense that I promptly will forget I have and never use. I really need to go through all of my characters' inventories after I finish their adventures and see how many of them have staffs of defense that I have never used. I feel like it would be a lot. Do you have bags? You do. I might buy a bag or two. Okay, acid, fire. Wait, did I have another fire resist up here? No, that was a ring. Wisdom. Oh, hello. I forgot I had this. Oh yes, I have it for looting purposes, as the agility is actually for the rest. But still, that's good to know. I gotta remember I keep stat boosting stuff, don't I? I still don't want to sell the portrait. It might be useful, I say, even though it never will be. Alright. My many. Well, I could get this stuff out of there because the magic pouch really should be used for stuff that has weight. But I guess I'll think about it later. Shield, crossbow, shield, sword. Up there. Rapier +2. Probably keep a long sword +2, actually. Yeah. Right. I forgot what I was doing. Don't mind me. I have no attention span. And sometimes it kicks in. And Rashke is sadistically enjoying the thought of my suffering later on. I know how that works. Ooh, slaver robe. Well, slavers are assholes. And it seems like the accusations about that guy being a slaver are correct, given the name of his henchman. I'll keep that. And another stuff of defense I'm going to forget I have. Ah, this one looks nice. +1. Boob armor. Everyone needs a nice pair of boob armor. Wait, I feel like grammatically that was not correct. You know what? Fuck it. That'll help. Oh, I sold that to him. Okay. Alright. Let's go back to looting. Ooh, suspenseful music. Alright. So I found dead bodies here. That looks promising. So I think maybe I will go back to this side. The ability to open merchants that are in the module was one you hadn't noticed. Nice! I found it for you. That's true. Well, I mean, I think in some respects it's cheating, but on the other hand, A, it's a single player game, so you're only cheating yourself. And B, it's just aggravating to walk back. But if there's some, I suppose if there's like a plot event that might trigger, or, oh hell, that could have been useful in Kingmaker now that I think about it. Because I'm pretty sure some of the times that I fucked myself over time-wise was just going to sell shit, so, Interesting. I think the newer version, from what it sounds like, will have a few more potential cheats. That may not be cheats, depending on how you define it, of course. But it looked really interesting, so I do have to remember to update. I'm very lucky. I belatedly asked after the fact if I could show the the character creation or character override hack in the modules video or in my videos, and thankfully Cameron said yes. Would be bad use case. Yeah, but it would have been nice. I might have been able to romance the nymph. Poor Nadia. Nadia does not have game. Ooh, here's someone to kill. Well, since I know you are killing and enslaving people, I feel no guilt in shooting you in the face. Not that I felt much guilt before, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. Another key. And a mace. Yeah. So does Eye of the Beholder have any merchants, or is it completely merchant free, I guess is the question. Not asking for a friend, of course. Also, for Aeland Saga, I haven't decided what character class to play. You've played it recently. What what is a good character class to play? Because I was actually thinking I've never done a weapons master before, but I don't know if that's really feasible. At least with my level of playing ability, which, as you've seen, is not like incredibly spectacular. You saw another streamer today who was saying she had no Riz and is still maidenless in games. It does remind me of my Kingmaker playthrough. Poor Nadia, poor Nadia. I do feel like eventually she would bang. Aeland will work with most anything, but the final chapter has a few really difficult fights. Well, worth a shot. I'll think about it some more. It'll be a while before I have to make Bullfrog. I gotta decide what Bullfrog's class is. All I know is that his name is actually Jeremiah, but you know, the song. Even though the song doesn't exist in the setting, it's still his name is Bullfrog. Some things are timeless and cross universes. Unless I can think of some other really saccharine type type romantic module, then maybe I'll do a different one for a different character for Aeland. I have plans. Ridiculous plans, but plans. Okay. Oh, you're behind me. Okay, yeah. I was so busy looking ahead, I forgot this guy was right here. Hi. There we go. That's better. You're good, but you're not that good, dude. Calm your tits and let's go. You tried a weapons master your last Aeland playthrough. It's viable, but only for roleplay purposes. Cross features look way better. Well, I mean, I like to try everything once, so I might still do it. Or I might do something else. You never know. I do feel like Bullfrog is a roguish type of character, so I'm thinking something melee. Probably not ranger. Probably not cleric, or so some sort of fighter thief combination maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. I got time to think about it. I have never done a barbarian, but I don't feel like I don't think I'd do a barbarian in Aeland. Though that could be interesting. I don't think Bullfrog's a barbarian though, so I might have to table Bullfrog and do a different character. Ah, gotcha. Weapon master needs to be optimized. Makes sense. Hmm. Ow. Hold on. Where's my cheap cure light wounds? There we go. Huh. Actually, I'm low enough level that that's actually not terrible. Scimitar or scythe? Ah. Interesting. I'll think about it. Like you said, it could be fun to play a barbarian through. I could do a very urbane barbarian, like a barbarian who spent a little too long in the cities, Fafford and the Grey Mouser style, and has been pretty much civilized, but not really. Oh, hello. Well, I guess I'll be looting the rest of your thing after I kill you. Cussing. Who the devil are you to come barging into my home? And where are my guards? I'm Elena Frayne, and I'm here to put a stop to your evil. Insolent dog, do you have an idea who I am? I could have you hung, drawn, and quartered for invading my property and killing my servants. My friends here are witnesses to your crimes. You're a murderer. I saw what you did to the shadow thieves you kidnapped. Really, you think the authorities are going to care what happens to a few thieves and outlaws? You truly are as moronic as you look. I have the influence to deflect any questioning. In fact, once I've dealt with you, I'll personally help the guards hunt down these cursed shadow thieves. Well, time to settle this. As you please, maggot. I think I'll allow my colleagues some fun. They've been dying to toy with tougher prey than those pathetic shadow thieves. See you in the afterlife, fool. Oh, well. I guess I'll be... Oh, actually, that's a mage. Let's kill that fucker first. Are you invisible? Yes, you are. Hi. Fortunately, I have point-blank range, and I missed. Hi. I'm gonna shoot you in the face while I'm right here. I love the arrow sticking out of him. Really? Alina, you could actually fucking hit him, can't you? Did I miss with a natural 20? Okay, well, you know what? Fuck this shit. Can I hit him with a fireball arrow instead? No?
You must fall for the greater good.
Ah, damage reduction. Okay, well, let's do this. Really? Come on. Really? This is irritating. Alright, you know what? I think you made a mistake there, dude. Because Fireball is an area effect, and you summoned something right next to you that I can see. Except I didn't save, so could be a problem. Oh, yeah, I should probably get Blind Fight, shouldn't I? Okay, well, that's a good thing to get for next time. I have no idea what I got last time. Alright. Seriously? Fuck, I hate these guys. Okay. I did not think this through clearly. Let's reload. Did I save right before? Eh, well. Let's try to stay alive then. There we go. That was helpful. Alright, well, I might be dumb, but he's dumber. For the record. Hi. Ah, shit.
Better than you have fallen before me!
Well, it's a good thing I've got a lot of empty arrows. Wanna try this? Hi.
Die!
That's alright. So 37 points
Weapons
remaining.
do me no good here.
29 points remaining. 22. 14. 11. 6. Okay, there we go. Hi. There we go.
Die at my hand!
No sense in wasting the arrows, right? Just, picking down his, damage resistance. Alright. Well. There we go. Some armor. Oh, really? I thought you were dead. Or you teleported away. Okay, well, that's okay then. Hi. You're a mage, huh? Oh, that's nice. Have you thought about a concealment spell? You're not nearly the tactician your underlings are you? There we go. Alright. Now to finish looting his manor. Okay. Braces of dexterity. Holy crap. Okay, that's gonna be nice once I'm not carrying everything. I should put all of my stat boosting equipment in one place, shouldn't I? Then I can switch back and forth between the two. Well, another time. Alright. Here, hold on a second. Note to self, get blind fight. Alright. There we go. I have a notepad. Literally, notepad on my computer. Alright. Oh, I was gonna look at that ledger, and then I kept getting distracted. So let's look at the ledger. This book provides a detailed breakdown of Xander's accounts. It would seem that the vast majority of the corrupt noble's wealth had come from illicit activity. Narcotic smuggling accounts for a significant percentage of income, but the most profitable venture Xander was involved in seems to be slavery. In particular, it would appear that one Teldorn Darkhope has paid many thousands of gold pieces for what amounts to over 200 slaves during the last few years. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to think about what he's done to them. Because they're not here now, and that's usually a bad sign. Ah, this stuff looks good. Let's find us a bag of holding. For some reason, this music reminds me a little bit of Stargate. Maybe Stargate Atlantis. I don't know why. Oh, there's a show I should rewatch. Even though they never said it outright, I've always felt like Stargate Atlantis was maybe the first show I ever saw that had like a legitimate asexual character. Like they didn't say it per se, but yeah. If anyone thinks John Shepard was banging anybody by the end, nah. A bit during, because he hadn't figured it out yet, because it was 2007 and he was a military guy, but eventually figured it out. I'm certain of that. Grr, archaic mages and their cowardly ways. Real warriors fight with steel and claw. It would be fun to play a barbarian. I gotta think about that. Because I have not played a barbarian. I'm not good at barbarians, but I feel like it'd be fun for a roleplay sense. Oh, and I have a tiny bit of disarm trap. And I keep forgetting, I have a fucking pixie. Alright. But I don't need to call up the pixie. Because I have planned for this. I have a ring of clear thought. And what are you? Ring of regeneration, Ring of spell resistance. Is a good play for that. You know, I gotta remember I have fucking Fox's Cunning too, don't I? Alright. Oh, yeah, alright. Eric! Alright, fine. I'll let you do that. Okay, that is kind of fun to watch. It's not very civilized, but it is pretty funny. Okay. Ooh, a diamond. And a miscellaneous thin thing. God, I need to put points into lore. I miss being able to identify my own shit. Alright. But that's definitely blind fight. I always forget blind fight. I don't really have an excuse for forgetting it either. It's like it's an objectively useful ability that I promptly forget whenever I'm staring at a feat list going, I don't know what to take. Alright, I'm not seeing anything in here. Oh, speaking of, Shadow Thieves. I should report to Darkland, because he's not going to turn on me saying I know too much, is he? I'm just kind of... Really? You fucker. Your boss is dead. Why are you even here? On the plus side, I can farm you for equipment, I guess. Hi. Alright. Well, let's give up my dexterity thing for the moment and do this the old-fashioned way. These guys aren't actually terribly difficult opponents after all. I think I can do without the extra dexterity. Can't trust anyone these days. Would a Shadow Thief do that? Well, I don't know if a Shadow Thief would do that. I'm just kind of guessing because I'm not a thief. I think maybe if I were a thief, the Shadow Thief wouldn't do that. But I feel like I remember hearing about the Shadow Thieves of Amn in some book or other, and they weren't nice people. I could be wrong, though. You're right. I should not prejudge people. You never know. It would be rude to kill me after I've done them a solid, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll be friends. Hello, Mention Guard. How are you? I do have a lot of bags. I should probably put things in the bags. Bag. 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 And bag. At least my lawyer works on that. Okay. Still reminds me of Stargate Atlantis. I don't know why. It just does. Oh, some slaves. Okay, well, let's talk to them. Shoot him! Wait, no, I'm not playing evil. Are you here to rescue us, madam? No, you can... Yes, I am. But first, tell me what happened here. The four of us were on the docks unloading cargo from one of the big shipments that had come in recently. When was it? 10 days ago? I've lost all track of time. Anyway, after we finished work, we went down into the hull of one of the ships to enjoy a quiet drink and game of dice. Next thing I know, we're down here in this prison, stripped of everything and chained together like mangy dogs. Who's responsible for this? It's that bastard Xander. He comes down here sometimes to check out the merchandise, as he calls us. Said we ain't worth 2 coppers, but it would be more trouble than it's worth to kill us. He's someone named Teldorn, being disappointed in his recent stock. Can we go now? The way should be safe for you. Make sure you alert the authorities and tell them what happened here. Ah! Got some good points being good. Nice. I did kill his brother's murderer, that's true. Well, maybe he'll be nice. I want nothing more than to see that bastard get what's coming to him. I hope they string him up for what he did. Thanks for rescuing us. You're a real hero. Oh. Well, I mean, I murdered him, but maybe he'll get better. Mages tend to be like that. That's why I wasn't particularly bothered when the Salafin module killed my prior PC. Because I feel like they'll be back. It is sad that they didn't get to raise their kid, but as we've seen, that happens sometimes. They can bond with Anira and Circe about that. Hi. I forgot I had just activate rapid shot again. Hello.
Tis your lives to waste!
Nice. Hello. What nice people you all are. I have to murder you. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but I kind of want to, you know? Sometimes you just want to murder people. The dog is barking. The dog is very enthused. I might be running out of room. I'm definitely running out of room. Okay, well, let's see. Let's do some inventory Tetris. Ooh. Okay. Oh, you were right down there for the first time. Okay. Alright, here we go. Inventory Tetris, la la la. Oh. Oh, crossbow. Okay. Alright, that's probably okay for now. I say, and then I loot somebody else.
I am weighted down too heavily, I fear.
Yeah, you probably are. But we're almost done, so fuck it. Alright. Oh! Completely empty bag. Nice. Alright, let's move shit over. Do I have... I guess so. Okay. Alright. Ah, yes. Okay, meanwhile, let's save. I've never played a Pal Master, have I? I remember I'd been thinking about it with Vipsania, but I never actually did it. I should think about that at some point.
I am weighted down too heavily, I fear.
Yes, yes, you are. Any of these? Oh. Okay. Is that all of them? Yes. Well, this seems like a place that's... Oh, that's the exit. Okay. That's what that is. See, I was actually thinking that might be a... If I'd remembered that that's the structure of the building and that's the exit, I would have realized that that would be where the boss fight would be. And I'd have done this rest of this before that. But I did not, so... Oh well. Live and learn. So can I go kill that Tweldorn fellow that was mentioned? Or have him arrested? Because that would be fun. Let's cause havoc in the world. Oh, hello. What the devil are you doing in here? Guard, kill them. I still don't have blind fight. Hello. Alright, so let's get closer. Hello, friend.
We'll strike you down.
There we go.
Or fall in the attempt.
I got his dispenser spell off. No. That's stone skin. We're fine. Okay. One sec. Give me my belt of agility back, you asshole. There we go. Well, it seemed like a good idea until it didn't. That's what I wanted. Ah, a chest. A book. No. A chest. I wonder what I do after this. It seems like I've got to be nearly done with the city by now. Eric, can you move? Eric. Whatever. Disarming the trap, disarming the trap. Ah, nice. Letting the troll destroy that chest. It's uncouth, but it's also kind of fun. A bolt. Potion, potion. And a speed potion. I do like my meth. Alright, so now to go kill things and then report to the Shadow Thieves, who I probably forgot where they are, but I think they're in the Black Order? Maybe. I'll figure it out. Maybe. Can we leave this way? Really? You should let me leave dramatically. Really? Did I forget the key? I thought what's his name had a key. Did I forget anything in there? I figure I'll go back real quick. Walking very slowly. Well, I don't see a body left behind, so I must have looted it completely. Ah, well. Alright, I guess I'll go all the way up. Walking, 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 walking. Sorry I killed your neighbors, guys. He was kind of a dick, though, in my defense. It would be fun to know adventurers in real life. If someone bothers you or you think they're a threat, you could just hire people to kill them. Wait, that's assistance. Now that would be morally questionable and illegal. So don't do that. I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few cases of people trying to hire hitmen and botching it too horribly. And you hear those stories and you're like, what genre do you think you live in, dude? Really? Just get a fucking divorce. Oh dear, in Minecraft? Ah, fair, fair. I played a little Minecraft on the Switch. It was fun. I always wanted to play hardcore, but I would never get very far because I cannot do the combat in modern Minecraft, such as it is.
Hello.
Show me your wares, please. Of course. Alright. So, let us see what we want to sell. The Talon is a pretty good... Oh, I forgot I had this one that had stuff. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna keep that, I think. Acid arrow. Dagger +1. Sell the dagger. Fire resistance. Why do I have darts? I'm not gonna use darts. Okay, there we go. I have a top. Why do I have a top? Where did I get a top? I'm reminded of those memes. Character without their top and character with their top, and it's their love interest, and I'm thinking of Anira. Anira without her top, Anira with her top. Ah, sort of a Twitch running joke. Since the Twitch staff will bonk people for making threats with little care of context, whenever you talk about doing violence to someone up and in Minecraft. Oh, I see. Makes sense. hilarious. Just for the record, I am not actually in favor of hiring assassins for your enemies. Jokes aside, I think it's probably a bad idea. And again, at least somewhat morally questionable. Fine, totally morally questionable, but you know. Alright. I should probably pay attention to what the fuck I'm doing, huh? Maybe. Dragon Blood key. Stat stuff that I should probably put in one bag at some point. Another key. I probably sell the Slave Master's key now. I opened the door, we're fine. I don't need a mace. I have a +1 Morning Star that's in my bag just in case I need something bludgeoning. Not sure when I would need something bludgeoning, but you never really know. Ooh. It really does sound like someone Scooby-Doo saying, "Howdy dowdy, Roro," in the background. It's kind of annoying. Maybe they're speaking another language. I was gonna get rid of that, and then I remembered I am actually a ranger. So, theoretically, animal kinship is something I could be doing that I'm not. Whoops. Ah, fire arrow. There we go. Right. What was I doing? Staring blankly at the screen. Ah, yes. Of course I was. Okay. Keep the braces of armor, keep the ring of the tyrant, get rid of the helmet, and find out what the fuck this is. I probably could have had what's his name, whine and identify shit, but I forgot, and so fuck it. Nature ignites times an invisible mage summons a dire. Hey, fireball worked when that guy had summoned his fucking thing. I quite enjoyed that. Alright. Sometimes I almost could be mistaken for having strategy. Almost. Let's be honest. Not terribly, but once or twice. Horn of Blasting. Sunburst. Oh, and it's not class specific, so actually that might be useful. Definitely want to keep those bracers. Iron shield. So what is this? This actually looks like something I could use. Maybe not. A Xander's tunic. These garments are extremely well made. Obviously a paranoid man, Lord Xander has also had them enchanted to provide him with no small amount of protection from physical attacks. You know, I might keep that. It looks and design very similar to my old woodsman's outfit, so. On a completely unrelated stream derailing tangent, Aragon has not lived up to your memories. Mediocre and not satisfying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That would be the perfect thing to review for a certain nostalgia-themed book review blog if you ever wanted to take part. Oh, except I do have someone reviewing Aragon anyway. But I don't really have a policy on whether or not two people could review it at the same time. I do already have one. That was funny. I mean, technically, I think There's just no reason we couldn't have two people review the same thing. I don't know. It's never really come up. I've only ever had like two contributors, so. I am sorry it's not lived up to it though, because that's a shame. I actually found recently a book that I'd been looking for basically my entire adult life. So I'm actually quite happy. I'm hoping it lives up to it. Because there was a book I'd found somewhere the sequel and I'd read it and enjoyed it well enough, but it clearly had a massive amount of backstory and there was a first book and I could never find the fucking thing anywhere. And finally I found it, so I was very happy. Ooh, whoa. Okay, we're keeping this. This remarkable rapier has the ability to take on a life of its own for a short time, leaping back and forth to defend the wielder and strike at the enemy of its own accord. This blade is exceptionally skillful, in effect, increasing the number of attacks a wielder can make. I don't care about the enhancement bonus. I want that haste 1 use per day. I want that immensely. As I feel like. And this mystery book is, I believe it was called Eye of the Demon by Camille Bacon Smith. And I had read the sequel, Eye of the Empress. And I'd always been really curious about the prequel. Because there's, like I said, it was a very complex setup that seemed like it was involved. But apparently, more recently, she'd re-released the books as one compilation. And so I finally found it. I have not read it yet, though. We'll see if it's good. If it's not, I'll whine about it somewhere. Like when I read, though it wasn't nostalgia really, but when I read The Conjurer Princess after reading The Changeling Prince, I was actually really disappointed. It's like, because The Changeling Prince was really good, and The Conjurer Princess honestly was really depressing. Like, the main character was a good main character 99% of the time, but she was just utterly awful to the lead male character. And it basically, he was the one in the chronologically first book, which was actually written second, and he'd ended that book with a partner who ended up getting killed off in The Conjurer Princess. And I was like, well, I really liked that character, so I really didn't like the way she kind of unceremoniously killed him off. But then it's like, we see the glimpses of their partnership, and it's like they're constantly fighting, and they're flipping a coin whether or not they continue traveling together. And I find, well, like I said, I like her 99% of the time. She's really judgmental, and I'm like going, maybe it'd be better if you just you guys lost the coin toss here, because you're just awful to each other. So that was kind of disappointing, as I could recall. There was another one where I couldn't find one half of the story, but then it got released in a compilation. It was like, yay, compilation. Alright, anyway. Oh, here we go. These weapons were first used by White's Legion, a fighting company so disciplined that when they marched, their synchronized front line appeared to be a single entity. Ooh. When these tight formations met an enemy line, they would seem to fall back, deliberately exposing themselves to attack and naturally drawing the enemy inward. The illusion of enemy progress was shattered when a score of morning stars struck at once, beating them down as the Legion closed around them. Oh, well that's electrical damage +1 and discipline. Okay, well we're keeping that instead of the other one. And I will get rid of my other morning star. Because as bludgeoning weapons go, that's a nice bludgeoning weapon. There's my sword. Short sword. I should probably put things in one place, huh? I probably should. I might keep that, though. You never know when you might need immunity to magic missiles. Alright, so that's the one of many. Yep. I do give credit for what's his name, who did Aragon, for publishing a book as young as he did, because I'm pretty sure my work, what I wrote when I was 16, one, I never finish a project unless it's NaNoWriMo and I've got a deadline over my head. I never finish anything. But But I don't think what I would have been that coherent at 16. That said, I mean, I'm not sure a 16-year-old's work really needed to be published, but leaving that aside, there are people who really love it, so good for them. Clearly, it's got value, just even if it's not to my taste. Yeah, it was. It was. No lie there. And I won't lie. A part of me is quite jealous because certainly I've never finished anything publication worthy. I kind of think my most recent Nano, if I ever got down and made it readable, could be something. But it's like the first time I've ever done something where I was looked at it, went, I can almost see this working. Yeah, first book and movie deal. Yeah, sometimes lightning strikes. It's hard not to resent it, of course. Oh well. Oh well. Sometimes can be an adult, I guess. Okay, the Rapier of Dancing, yeah, as I said, I want to keep that. Natural armor, will, heroism. Okay, I think we're okay now. And I've gotten myself to the point where I can put on my dex stuff instead of my strength stuff, which I would prefer to do for now. For now. What the hell is she shouting? That's gonna bother me for fucking ever. Alright, so now we can move on with the plot. Ah, yeah, that happens sometimes. You enjoyed it the first time you read it, but 15 years since. Yeah, there are a few books like that. I find that happens to me quite a bit with the old Star Wars Expanded Universe books that I read and enjoyed, and then kind of started thinking about it. Was like, mm, I mean, it's not. They're not terrible, and They did a good job of keeping like the franchise alive between long stretches with no movies and so on. But but in retrospect, they're not as good as I remember. Like, I'll probably get in trouble for this one, but the one that I was the reading now that I didn't care for was the first of the Zahn trilogy, the like Heir to the Empire. That wasn't very good reading it as an adult. Um, of course, the context is different because like when I first read it, it was like the prequel trilogy hadn't even come out yet, so it was a very different kettle of fish. But just reading it now, I'm like Thrawn. I know he gets better, but it was just a lot of narrative shilling there. It was like Zahn was afraid to let him be wrong or flawed. And I think I remember I'd done a review of it once, and the joke I made was that if Zahn were writing the A New Hope, yep, but it's like this. If Zahn, I feel like the Zahn who wrote Heir to the Empire, if he were writing A New Hope, after Leia shoved the plans into to R2D2, and they go to Tatooine. We would have gotten a scene where Vader is staring out the window at Tatooine going, ah, so the princess has put the plans on my old droids, which are going to my old home planet to go find my mentor, where my son is living, and this is all playing into my plans. And it's like, there's no real reason for that. You can have your villain be taken by surprise occasionally and have them still be a strong villain. But it's like every time the heroes would do something, immediately Thrawn would be over here going, oh, I see through this immediately. And it's like, okay. And it got really frustrating because that was when they introduced Joris, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but the clone guy. And it's like, clearly this is built up. Luke's going to meet this guy, and it's going to be an unpleasant surprise that he's a clone after you go through it, right? Except the very first scene with Thrawn. Thrawn's like, oh, yes, this is a clone of that Jedi Master, and he's actually evil. And it's like, why are you ruining what promises to be a really good moment and build up and shock for the hero by just having your villain tell us it right now, because of course he can see it. And it would just get like that. That and I found, unfortunately, though she definitely gets better, I found the introduction to Mara Jade really flawed too. She was, I think Zahn was too involved in making her a mystery that you really didn't get a sense of who she was. It's like, oh yes, she had a grudge against Luke. Okay, fine. She's got him captured here. Even then, you don't really get a sense of her as a person, though. It's like it should have been a really good character thing having the person she hates helpless in her power, and but we never really got enough there. So that was it with Heir to the Empire. That's my incoherent summary of a much more coherent review, which is somewhere on my blog. Oh no, not that blog. It's on a Tumblr blog I had where I was reviewing books with a friend, and then we had to retire from that, and that's after that that I made my current book review blog because I can't shut up about books. I have many opinions, but sorry, yeah, I'm canceled. It's a start to a wonderful era. It introduced a lot of characters who become really really great later on. It's just the execution on its own in modern context, not that great, in my opinion. Alright, so where the fuck am I? There I am. There's Arcanus. Hello. Let's talk to you.
Hello then. Hello.
I'm told Arcanus is actually a character who is in Baldur's Gate, but I don't know that for certain. Well, probably earlier Baldur's Gate, but I don't know. Darkling Cade. Let's talk to him. You again, Alina. I thought we had an agreement. Xander Sanders, or Xavier Sander, there we go. I made his name rhyme by mistake. Mansion is in the Royal Quarter. Return to me when he's dead. Xander is dead. He's selling slaves to someone named Heldorn. Excellent work, Alina. Heldorn Darkhope. The Tyrant of Mintar is involved in slavery now. What about my brother? Your brother was killed, along with the rest of the captured thieves. My brother Felix. Must grant you kindness on your passage to the afterlife. At least the one responsible is dead. You've done all of it. You have done all I've asked of you, Alina. However, you now leave me with a quandary. Okay. I kind of called this. It has been a ridiculous long time since you read the books, so you can't comment. Fair enough. Fair enough. And I mean, like I said, I think both Thrawn and Mara Jade get better. I remember Mara Jade being better, especially in the third book of that trilogy. It's just that first book. Also, it really bugs me, and this is irrational, but it really bugs me that Zahn went out of his way, or seemed to go out of his way, to make Mara Jade like a year younger than Luke, when it's like, if you look at her backstory, it would make a lot more sense if she were older. Like, if she actually had some time to be the Emperor's hand before everything went to fuck. Because as it is, it's like she'd be 18 in The New Hope. And then just like a couple years, I don't know. It just felt cheap. They should have made her older. God forbid Luke Skywalker date an older woman, you know? Oh yeah, they did strong visuals, and it's really interesting to read it and see what kind of concepts came up in the expanded universe that end up incorporated in the movies as you go on, and the officials. I guess it's all official. It's on some level or another, but it's interesting. Like Coruscant and I feel like I've always felt like Leia's friend, servant, whatever, Winter was kind of an inspiration for Padme's handmaidens. I feel like kind of recursively. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. I mean, it's all Lucasfilms in the end, so God knows what came from the author versus what came from higher up, but it's really interesting. So in historical context, it's really cool, and there are some strong visuals, and I really like the way Zahn writes the main characters. I thought his Luke, Leia, Han, they were all really strong, really recognizable, versus say like Dave Wolverton's Courtship of Princess Leia, where they're all like a little, but it's just that he spent so much time shilling his fucking villain, and I was like, no, no, go back to the heroes. You're good at the heroes. Tell me more about the heroes. What are the heroes up to? Put the villains in the background, set the traps, but focus on the heroes. That was me reading most of the book. Alright, anyway. What do you mean? Despite all you've done, you're still a threat to the Shadow Thieves. Your knowledge of our whereabouts puts us at great risk. Were I to let you walk out of here, I would be neglecting my responsibilities as leader of this branch. Of course. My best assassin has been tracking you since you first set foot outside this building. Had you made any visible effort to betray us and report our presence to the authorities, your life would have ended as swiftly and surely as a sword thrust through the back, straight into the heart. You've done well, and I'm grateful truly, but I'm afraid you cannot leave here alive. I guess I can try to do a persuade. I don't have a lot of points there. Alright, let's see. Do I have better luck with persuade? My bluff is 1. Intimidate's 1. Persuade is 1. Alright, well, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with... No. I'll go with this one. I've done as you have asked. I even went out of my way to find out what happened to your brother. Ah! I succeeded. You've served me well, it's true. I suppose I can let you live on one condition. You swear never to breathe a word of our presence here to anyone. Do you swear? I swear not to betray the presence of the Shadow Thieves in Daramar. Go then. Once you leave, you will not be allowed back in. If you attempt to return, expect to be killed on sight. I wish you luck, Alina Frayne. I don't expect us to ever meet again. Well, I actually got out of that without any sort of social skills whatsoever. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, I'm kind of sad about not being able to kill these guys, but that's alright. I got plenty of shit. So now what? Oh, there's the city bell. Alright. The city bells have tolled long and true. This is your signal to return to the Grand Barracks and receive further instructions. It would be wise to resolve any outstanding quests first, as you won't be returning to Daramar for a long while, if at all. Alright, well, you know what? I have not talked to my henchman very much, so let's talk to him. What you want now? I just want to talk for a while. What you want to talk about? Eric paid to talk. Eric not paid to talk. He paid to fight. What do you think about this war with the Sithalicians? Yeah, war not good. Not good at all. Eric has fought with many humans. Many were brave. Some were great warriors, but all died easily. You paleskins are cursed with weak bodies. How do you expect to fight ogres, giants? They fall like leaves. You're forgetting the mercenaries and adventurers who've joined the army, like me. We don't fall easily. Maybe you're powerful than other paleskins. Maybe you even have magic. But Eric, tell you this. Army of Sithalis has many ogre mages. Warrior himself said to be a great sorcerer. Very powerful, very clever. Ark wants no part of war. When army marches north, Ark will leave Tethyr. Go back to Lake of Steam. You want Ark's advice? You forget about war too. Go somewhere else. This land, these paleskins are doomed. Now Ark tired of talk. Let's go kill. Okay. Anything else? What do you want to talk about? Will you tell me more about your past? Ark was born in the Nethstand, small forest, the lands you elvins call Lake of Steam. Ark was youngest of many trolls born to Rhaegar, great chieftain, and the leader of trolls in Nethstand. Ark was smaller than brothers and sisters, but he was much smarter. One day, Rhaegar was killed, leading raid on human town. Burning arrow hit Rhaegar. He was a mighty warrior, like Ark, but he still burned. Eric killed Pelskin responsible, took head back to Nethstand as trophy. But when Ark got back, he found trolls fighting each other, fighting for control of tribe. My poor cat's in hiding. Hopefully she comes out later. We had a plumber come, and I believe that kind of scared her into hiding. I hope she comes out, though. Anyway. Eric got bored of fighting. Maybe Eric could have become leader. But Eric never satisfied with life like other trolls, always worrying if his stomach full and nothing else. Eric left tribe. Soon he joined a group of human mercenaries. Had to kill leader first to need him. Leader not popular with other mercenaries. They happy Eric killed him. Eric traveled with mercenaries until ogres ambushed us near River Skelptar. Eric killed many ogres, but the numbers were too great, and ogres almost as strong as Eric. They could not kill Eric, didn't have fire or acid or things that burn. Ogres left, and when Eric healed, he hunted them down and killed everyone. Eric traveled Lake of Steam. Some Paleskins hostile to Eric, but they changed their mind after Eric had eaten a few of them. Other Paleskins learned to respect Eric, accepted him among them as long as Eric promised not to eat people without reason. Now Eric is in Tethyr to see what fate can bring him. An interesting tale. Few have the will to turn their back on their own kind. Eric not like other trolls. He's smart. Troll is blessed with great strength, but little brains. Eric grateful he was born with both. Now tired of talk. Let's go kill something. Okay. Eric hungers for blood. Do we have anything else we can say? Talk? Enough talking. Bye. Alright, so let's see if Naramal has anything more to say. If I can find him. Where are you, fucker? There you are.
Yes.
Let's talk. What do you wish to discuss? Oh. Any ideas? Alright. I think it's time to get going. Okay. Such a sociable fellow, that guy. Alright, well, I think I've got everything I can get. I've sold things. I've looked at the shops, at least. I've gotten a few bags extra. I've got more arrows than I know what to do with. Alright. Alright. So, we are going to the south. I worry a bit that it's been too much trauma recently. Vet visit yesterday. Plumber today. And I have to start giving the cat medication soon, but I think I can start that tomorrow. Poor baby. We'll see how that goes. Saving game. Thank you for the autosave. Accidentally discovering the troll romance route would be the perfect complement to not getting it on with a nymph. Well, I mean, I'm not playing the same character. But yeah, it would. It really would. Alright, it looks like we are reporting in. To whom? I think Alandra, yeah? Does Vard have anything new to say? Let's talk to him first. Hello, Vard.
Well met. Hello.
Okay, I've already asked that. Bye-bye. Alandra came.
Pleasure to see you.
I remember you, Elena. Elena Frayne, isn't it? Well, Elena, the time for action has come. We've received word that the Sethalessians are moving south. It would appear that Sethalis has decided to march towards Soldanislar. Dukes, Kavanariel, and Andrew are even now preparing their forces to try to slow the advance. Those are names. Oh, I can go up a level. One sec. Arcane Archer. Ooh, a Chant Arrow +2. Alright, that's nice. Alright. Allure would be good. Spot Ride. I guess I could put Hide, but... I have no social classes to go up. Well, let's put them in... Well, put some in Heal. Heal is good. Okay. Another stream you were watching where someone couldn't resist opening the combo for the Illithid Romance. Oh, goodness. What module has an Illithid Romance? Not that I'm asking. I'm kind of asking. Or is that Baldur's Gate? Was there like actual tentacle, you know what? Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. You know, I was going to hold off on playing that, but for an Illithid Romance, Were they playing an Illithid or were they playing someone else? Fuck. I'm going to have to play this game sooner than later for fucking Illithid Romance. Man. Okay. No feet yet. Okay. Alright, considering the size of the Sithalessian Empire and the nature of the terrain, the progress of the monstrous army should thankfully be slow. Nonetheless, to arrive at Sildenestelar before the monsters, we will have to move quickly. If we delay and fail to arrive before the Sithalessians, the city is most certain to fall swiftly. At first light tomorrow, the army will start its journey journey north, sorry. I'm getting mixed up. Playing someone else. Right, but the person romancing the Illithid was not an Illithid themselves? Interesting. Not nearly as visual as Baldur's Gate 3. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna have to Google this. Is it as fun as the Iron Bull romance in Dragon Age Inquisition? Elf, I think. Oh, okay. Because the Iron Bull romance is fucking hilarious. That said, if I had to do it over again, and I realized quite what a size difference we were dealing with, I probably would have played a Kunari myself rather than a human dude. Because I suspect just looking at those cutscenes with them standing next to each other, that would fucking hurt. I mean, stretching, lube, etc., etc. But even so, oh, there's a BDSM relationship, so there you go. Alright, anyway. Alright. At first light tomorrow, the army will start its journey north. If the march goes as planned and we encounter no problems, we will arrive at Soldenestelar in roughly a 10-day. Just before the Sithalessian army arrives, the Crimson Guard will travel in the vanguard with the rest of the mercenaries, including you. You can't help but wonder if the mercenaries are considered expendable and are being placed up front in case unforeseen trouble occurs. Gah, here ends our time together. Ark will go no further. This is Pelskin War. Ark wishes you luck, little elf. Remember, if you need great warrior and you have precious coins, Ark always eager to kill for you. Farewell, Pelskin. Real quick, before, I want to see what Eric's stats are again. He is chaotic neutral, giant, and a fighter. I don't even... Strength is high, dex is high, constitution is high, his intelligence is 9, which is smart for a troll, huh? 10 and 6. Is a free spirit. I will miss you, Eric. I will miss you. Well, that is all. We move at first light. Get some rest. Once you end this conversation, your time in Daramar will draw to a close. Good to know. I think I will continue on with you, Alina. You've proven to be less annoying than I feared. Well, that's a compliment. And already in our short time together, we've amassed quite the stash of valuables. There's still much to be gained from your company. Rest assured, the minute I grow bored of you, I will let you know. Yeah, that's almost heartwarming. Leave Daramar. Almost. Somewhere in southern Amna. Ooh, voice acting? Can't adjust the camera. Oh, that's a big dude. What are you going to do with me? Be merciful, I beg you.
I am here as requested by Emperor.
Voice acting, nice. Oh, shoot. I'm not sure anyone heard the voice acting last time.
What news, Ogrim?
What
It
news?
is as I feared. There is no easy way to say this,
My
but
queen will play large
is
ransom.
gone.
I'm sure of it.
and there is no way to bring
It's not
her
about you
back.
right now, dude.
No! Do not speak like a fool. I have seen
Oh, that model
how
is cool
you
looking.
wield over the dead Ogrim. There be something, some way.
Oh, I think his wife is dead.
I am sorry, Emperor. Whoever was responsible has made sure what was done is...
I have a family, a wife, and 2 kids. Have mercy. Dude. Now is not the time to call attention to yourself.
Then they will die. They will all die. I will not rest until Tethyr is drowning in the blood of its slain. Ah! Ah!
Oh, that guy exploded. Oh dear, the march north outside Darmar's walls. I do like that splash screen. Alright, well, as a player, I get the sensation that someone set us up. It sounds like, my guess is the Empress is dead, and Tethyr was blamed, and that's why they're targeting us instead of Amn. Ah, the March North. Let's see. Ah, hello. Alright, look at all those completed quests. The March North. Tethyr's army has been marshaled, and the march to war has begun. 20,000 soldiers, conscripts, mercenaries, and knightly orders are to make their way to Soldanislar and confront the army of Scythilis. You find yourself at the van of the army, alongside the rest of the hired forces. The question is, can you make it to Soldanislar in time? And if so, what chance do the Tethyrians have against the monstrous legions of the great ogre warlord? Only time will tell. Alright. Well, there's Nermal. Some people. No names. But let's get... let's unpause.
Bah! I've only been here a short time, and already I grow tired of being surrounded by thick-headed mercenaries. At least the Crimson Guard appear capable. I judge them to possess at least a dozen mages approaching me in power, which is more than can be said for Tethyr's own pathetic
I hope you can hear him. His
cadre.
voice is pretty good. You bet DMs love it when you call out their entire campaign in the first session. Well, I've never done that. I don't know if you have. I've actually been really lucky. Most of the storytellers and dungeon masters I've played with are really adaptable, so my accidental derailing of things doesn't usually get too extreme. I did try really hard though when a factor of change once for our one of the groups I was in did a Game of Thrones universe playthrough, and it was set I think maybe 20-25 years before the modern day of the books and or series. And there were some really interesting mechanics, like we got to build our own house and so on, and I really tried so hard to ruin it, to make it so that the series couldn't happen. I just wanted to break continuity. I decided, since we were a house, we were based in the what is it? I can't remember any of the details now. The fucking Tyrell nation. We were in there, and we'd built our house there, and I was playing the old woman matriarch. Like, there was a lord who was my son, and he was actually the second son. The first one died under mysterious circumstances, implications being that both he and my husband earlier than that well, I might have cleared the way for the son that's actually in power. I'll put it that way. And so I decided that my character, I think I'd given her the backstory with the stats and such of having been higher ranked before. So I think I decided that she was a member of the royal house and like married down, probably due to a scandal. And so my deepest grudge was against Olenna Tyrell. And I was trying so hard to find a way to kill her before the series, in the game. So, and even though, and probably because it would ruin the continuity, so that the actual series couldn't happen the way it did. A factor of change was a very good sport about my attempts. I never did quite succeed, I think, but that's okay. I wasn't really thinking of it. All right. Anyway. So we've heard his monologue. Let's take a look around. I suggest that we speak to the person in charge, whoever that might be. I don't envy the poor fool this task of keeping this rabble in order. I don't envy people who have to talk today. All right, bitter and sinister. Still, how you doing, Nermal? What do you look like? Today, you are a 9th level wizard. You have skills of spellcraft. Nice. You have greater spell focus, evocation, and greater spell penetration. And you have weapon proficiency wizard. Nice. You are human. I still say that picture. He looks so familiar. That's got. I feel like the picture's got to be based on an actor or someone that. I know him. I don't know how I know him, but I know him. Oh, that's actually not what I meant to do. Oh, that's cool. Oh, because I have 10. Okay. I was actually trying to do the... Wait, that one. No, come on. There we go. I had to figure out how to do a screenshot. One day I'm gonna find my friend who knows faces and gonna be like, who is this fucker? Why does he look familiar? Alright. Here are people who probably won't have anything useful. This Bard fellow is in charge of our motley kind, eh? I wonder what crime the poor sod committed to be put in charge of the mercenaries. Oh, I like Bard. I can't wait to crush some goblin skull. Okay, good for you. Alright. So, did you call out a campaign in the first session, Rashke? Is that a confession? Some more wizards. Oh, Officer Lorik. Officer Lorik seems like someone who probably has a thing to say, so let's wander around before we talk to him. Officer Lorik, thank you for putting him on my map. That's very helpful. And we are on a cliff. Hello, cliff. Oh, there's Bard. Okay, we're not going to talk to you yet. I'm just following my orders, madam. If you need information, speak to an officer. Alright, well, Bard, I'll come down and talk to you momentarily. But, first, I want to see the map. I want to know what I'm dealing with here. Okay. I do think the old lady was one of my best characters I ever played. Just one of the more memorable ones, because I poisoned a castle. And, I mean, Andrew's favorite thing I did was the shit tournament. It made sense in context. My projection of how the story is set up was right on. Well, that's good to know. Fortunately, I've never minded being right, because, you know, it's the experience. And I'm often wrong, too. I understand though. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. I'm gonna take it as one, even if you didn't mean it that way. Oh, or girlfriend murdered. Okay. Well, that's what it seems like anyway. Well, they showed us the cutscene, so pretty logical. That said, my character does not know that, and we'll have to see. And even if I do know that, we'll have to see if we can get that fellow to believe us that we didn't do it. Okay. Besides, I gotta survive long enough to get there, huh? Okay, so let's talk to Officer Lorik. Well, if you're watching me play so often, I spent like an entire session or two going, oh my god, she's the villain! Look at the name! She's a villain! And then she turned out to be the villain. And I was very, very pleased with myself. I'm like that, though. If I think of a plot twist, I am very pleased with myself. Sometimes I think of plot twists that don't actually happen, and that's fine. But sometimes in my heart, I kind of think, you know, it would have been better if I were right. Like, it would have fit together so well. It's like a shame they didn't go there, because it would have been fun. My favorite batshit prediction I ever made that was correct was, see, I had an old roommate in college who was really big into the Power Rangers. Well, I don't really know. We all have our weird loves. But the series that was on at the time, or maybe it was right after college, because I think we were roommates like right after but before law school. The series that was on at the time was a series called Operation Overdrive. And I remember saying, like, the very first couple of episodes, that there was something weird about the dynamic between the main character and his father, and that they didn't... And I mean, granted, it's Power Rangers, so you can never really tell with casting, but they didn't quite look like they were plausibly father and son. They each had different accents and so on. It's like, there's something off here. And as it turns out, many, many episodes later, I was right. Now, the exact measure of being off, I don't know if I didn't predict, but I was right, and I was gloatful about that for a long time. Here we go. Anyway. Lorik has his eyes closed as you approach. They snap open as you draw near, and he rises with a sigh. You again, lass? Still eager to march forth to your death? The exuberance of youth has a lot to answer for. Were you sleeping? We're supposed to be marching any time now. I can see you have a lot to learn. Sleep is the best preparation any soldier can have. Once the march begins, you'll be grateful for any rest you can get. An hour here or there can mean the difference between a parry being successful or a blade slicing into your flesh. Fair enough. Okay. Very well then. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let's talk to Vard. I get to murder people. Yay! But only evil people. I feel like there's moral questions in that, but that's okay. Hello, Captain Vard. Please talk to me.
Hello.
I remember you. A late recruit, but a welcome one nonetheless. As you can see, I've moved up in the world since last we met. Warlord Vajra decided I'd make a fine captain to lead the mercenary forces. Can't say I completely agree, but there you have it. I'm sure you'll make a fine captain. I appreciate your faith in me. Truth is, I was judged the best man for the role by virtue of my past, my lack of noble blood. Most of Vajra's subordinates are used to dealing with a unified, disciplined force, not a chaotic mass like this one. If anything goes wrong, I get to shoulder the blame and the failure. Or for the failure. Regardless, I've heard quite a bit about you. Helena, isn't it? You're one of the I botched that line. You're one of the crack troops. I admit I'm glad to have some like you around. The Crimson Guard aside, we have very few mercenaries of any real power. Be prepared to be assigned tasks no one else would be up to handling. That's fine with me. I enjoyed it, the challenge. That's the spirit, lass. Actually, I need you to do something for me now. The leaders of the Crimson Guard still haven't arrived, and I'm beginning to lose patience. We were supposed to form up and begin marching almost an hour ago. I'd appreciate it if you could seek out one of their officers, find out what's the holdup. Whether they like it or not, the Crimson Guard are ultimately under my command, the same as any other mercenary in this army. We're not handing them a huge trunk of Tethyr's treasury to turn up when they feel like it. Report back to me when you have some news. Well, I might just know where there's an officer, because I talked to him. Okay. You spoke with the new captain of the hired mercenaries Vard, who ordered you to track down one of the officers of the Crimson Guard and ask the whereabouts of the 5, the individuals who lead the mercenary company. Make haste. Alright, well, I think this Mr. Lorik might know exactly where his fellows are. One hopes. One hopes. There doesn't appear to be an exit off screen, so maybe there will be soon. 1 second. Ow. I'm a little worried about my cat. Where is she? Hope she comes out of hiding soon. Hope she didn't eat anything poisonous left behind by the plumber or something. That's probably not a realistic concern. I admit that. And yet...
Hello.
Lorik has his eyes closed as you approach. They snap open as you draw near, and he rises with a sigh. You again, lass. Here we go. Same line. The exuberance of a youth has a lot to answer for. I do like his portrait. That is a good portrait. Captain Vard sent me to ask about the 5. They were meant to be here an hour ago, and he's growing impatient. Did he now? I've heard a bit about this Vard. I'm just grateful some young blue-blood wasn't put in charge to make a mess of things. As for our celebrated leaders, I'm afraid your guess is as good as mine. Daramus is far more secretive than he used to be, and not even the officers are privy to their coming and goings. Tell me more about the 5? The 5 lead the Crimson Guard by council, with varying degrees of influence. Daramus is the head of the group and makes the final decisions on most matters. Okay. Daramus is a mighty warrior, though whether he's better than Levantes is a matter of conjecture. He founded the company almost 15 years ago. Well, he ain't Duke Phelan, is he? That was a Paxtonarian reference. Now that... The sequel series for that is something I have a lot of opinions about. Anyway. Tangent aside, continue. Daramus may have the final say in most matters, but Levantes owns the hearts of men. Back when the company was first formed, there were only 3 members. Daramus, Levantes, and Cyrus. The 3 were comrades from their adventuring days. Some of the stories are the stuff of legend. While Levantis is the more charismatic of the three, Deramus possesses the more well-rounded leadership qualities. Levantis' dedication to Torm is admirable, but sometimes makes him easy to take advantage of. Cyrus has never seemed interested in leadership, content to follow Deramus. Sita and Saladar joined much later. Neither is well loved by the men. Saladar is the chief of the Scouting and Assassination Network, while Sita oversees all matters relating to the arcane. Both hold themselves aloof from all but their fellow council members. I'm not going to be rude. Thank you for the information. Anytime. I have a feeling you're about to meet our illustrious leaders very shortly. I can feel the tang of Sita's sorcery in the air. Okay. Oh, cutscene. Ominous. I wish we got teleport powers. Ah, here we go. Well, it looks like... Oh, you zoomed in. Deramus, Sita, Saladar, Levantis, and Cyrus. Okay, do they have descriptions? The most mysterious of the five. Saladar barely speaks, and even then only in a whisper. He seems to hold himself aloof from his colleagues. All overpowered, huh? Sita. The only female member of the five, Sita moves with a deadly grace. Her face is fixed in a seemingly permanent frown which mars her otherwise exquisite beauty. Cyrus Tyrannel. Fully 7 feet tall, Cyrus is a monster of a man that wields a similarly monstrous axe. Oh no, that was Silas that I was thinking of. Despite his obvious penchant for violence, he laughs often and seems friendly enough. Very difficult. Levantis Cornell, the Crimson Guard's champion. Levantis is the righteous hand of Torm's will, and arguably the mightiest warrior amongst the mercenary company. Tall, handsome, and commanding, his friendship with Deramus has often been strained due to the philosophical differences. Nonetheless, the two men are like brothers. And finally, Deramus. Every inch the formidable warrior. The leader of the Crimson Guard is the dark opposite of Levantis. Tall, handsome, and with a self-confidence bordering on arrogance, Deramus nonetheless makes many uncomfortable in his presence. It's something about those eyes, which contain a fury as cold and hard as a glacier. Interesting. I wonder about the Crimson involvement in all this. I mean, one option is they're the ones who set this up in order to profit from the city, and so on. Seems unlikely that a champion of Torm would be involved in that, whether or not he's a paladin, but that would be something. Maybe that's a little too convoluted, though. So, maybe I can talk to them. Alright. Let's see. Are you willing to talk to a grunt?
Welcome.
Oh, here we go. It's a full group thing. Like in the city. I will discuss this no further. Time after time you attempt to undermine my authority as head of this council, and I'm growing tired of it. I do not seek to undermine your authority, Deramus. You have led the Crimson Guard as well as anyone could. Then trust my judgment in this, old friend. Can you not see the weariness in the men? They grow tired. Tired of war, tired of killing. Take Lorik, for example. How many campaigns has he taken part in? A dozen? A score? It has to end somewhere. Oh. Well, maybe they're not involved in this, in a scam. They don't seem like they want to be here either. I can see the truth in your words. If this really is going to be our final campaign, I'm glad it is such a noble one. However, the riches we've been promised are already generous. I could see the desperation in their faces. Deramus, it feels wrong to ask for yet more. Do you begrudge the men their just reward? Yet again you allow your piety toward your god to cloud your judgment. We are a mercenary company, Levantis. This last concession will ensure each and every one of us can retire wealthy. Let us have this discussion another time. We have company. Yes, is there a reason for you to so rudely interrupt us? You notice as he talks that Deramus fiddles with the silver ring on the finger of one hand. It seems important to him. Is Deramus an imposter? No, probably not. Captain Vard sent me to look for you. We were meant to start a march an hour ago. Is that so? Well then, we shall have to make haste so as not to offend this Captain Vard any more than we already have. The warrior's lip curls in obvious contempt. Evidently, he considers himself above the established chain of command. Thank you for letting us know, friend. I'm Levantis Coronel of the Five. These are my comrades. Why are you wasting niceties on this whelp's Levantis? Come on, we should get a move on. I am eager to wet my axe with the blood of the Sethlisians. I'm gonna keep quiet. Enough of this, we have things to do. The leader of the Crimson Guard turns and looks at you with his oddly dead eyes. Go and tell this Vard that we will be ready to march within the hour. My apologies for that. Cirrus has always been an aggressive sort, but lately... everyone's acting up lately. Oh shit. Okay. I would advise that you stay out of his way if you can. Please convey our apologies to Vard for our lateness. I look forward to meeting him. Now I must go help rally the soldiers. Until next we meet. Okay. So, what do we know so far? Can I talk to them again?
Well met.
Can I talk now? Alright, fair enough. So what do we know about this? Lately, Daramus has been more secretive, and there's something with the ring. Cyrus has also been lately unpleasant. More so. Are they involved with this? They want to retire, but they want a lot of money. And they're wanting to put more demands. So, I'm starting to think my wild guess about them being involved with the frame-up may not be so wild after all. But how would they have done it? Because they've all been here, and obviously the ogres are far away. Huh. Also, is one of them an imposter? The ring could mean something else, though. I am curious. Let's find out. Captain Vard, let's talk to you.
Hello.
Alright, the Five are here. They're readying their soldiers now. At last. I've just received word that the Warlord's main army is getting ready to depart the city. We're going to have to set a brisk pace to stand any chance of reaching Selden Eslar before the Sethlisians. So many S's. I have a lisp, Mr. Skull. Did you have to put so many S names? I mean, I know they're canon locations and such, but did you have to put so many in one sentence? This is mean. This is like when I had to say the word issues for a podcast interview once, and I just said it again. My speech impediment massacres that word. Oh well. Anyway, the gods have blessed us with fair weather for the start of this journey. Let's not squander our good fortune. Come, Alina. You can accompany me in the van of the army. Is there anything else I can do here? I don't think so, but let's double check. One moment. I didn't see any, anyone else to talk to, did I? I mean, I guess you talked to some underlings, but...
Well met.
Maybe I want to see real quick if Lorik has anything else to say. Is there, a merchant? Probably not. I'm guessing not, but let's do a quick run through. Okay, Lorik, got anything for me?
Hello.
Oh, I already talked to him. Okay. Poor tired Lorik. Alright. I mean, I think I've been pretty thorough. There's Solidar Darksun. He's over here. Not likely to talk to me. A little ominous, but that doesn't necessarily mean unfriendly. You can't pronounce the th sound? Fair. I can't do a non-fricative S or whatever the fuck that is. I once read up on it, and I don't know. Other people can do it.
Come, let us share wine together.
2 legs, a thigh, and a breast. Gotcha. Ordering fried chicken. Actually, that sounds really good right now. I'm hungry. 5 tries.
Get on with it.
Oh, well, you made it though, eventually. That does sound frustrating though. Alright, well, I guess I've done everything here. So let's go talk to Vard and tell him we're ready to go. There's a stand-up comedian who from one of her jokes, it sounds like it had a similar issue that I had when she was a kid, but she apparently trained herself out of it. I'm a little jealous because I've never been able to do it.
Well met. Hello.
Alright. Which, of course, has been a deep impediment in my long buried dream of becoming a voice actor. Yeah, well. I'm ready to move. The March North Hilly region. I can roll R's like a native. Nice. Okay, 3 days later. Vard. We've been marching for 3 days, and I'm pleased to say that we're making good progress. There's some trickier terrain still to navigate, but if we can keep up this pace for the rest of the journey, we'll make it to Soldan Eslar in good time. And that's Earthquake. What in the hells? Did you feel that? The ground just shifted beneath us. I don't like this at all. Perhaps it was just a tremor in the earth. I doubt it was a natural occurrence. If my suspicions are correct, we're in trouble. What do you mean? I've heard reports that the Bullets inhabit the region between these hills and the that's a mean word. The Salduskin River. If the reports are true, the tremor could be a sign that they've noticed us and are preparing to attack. A bullet? Whatever they are, I doubt they could threaten a whole army. I had the misfortune to pardon me. I had the misfortune to encounter a bullet many years ago. It was a true monster, big enough to knock down a house, and covered in steely scales that deflected all but the mightiest blows. Oh, there were bullets in the Eye of the Beholder games that Kikoskia played. That's, I think the third game. I like to watch. I'm always leery about, like, recommending YouTubers and such, because I'm always like, just... Please don't end up being a Nazi. That's all I want. It's like, I like this YouTuber. I have no idea who they are as a person. And if they said something offensive in a video I never watched, I apologize profusely. Because, you know, some of them. So far, the worst I can say about this one that I've personally seen is in some of the really, really older videos. I think he once used the word gay as an insult. And, I mean, not good, but... I can think of a lot of college-age people who've said things like that and regretted it later. So, seemed like a nice guy. Who knows? Might not be. If anyone who is a fan is watching this, I do apologize. Anyway, but that's where I saw a Bulette, I think. I don't remember anything about them, except they seemed like they were really hard to kill. Alright, anyway. It was a true monster, big enough to knock down a house and covered in steely scales that deflected all but the mightiest blows. Tore apart a dozen soldiers before we managed to, and I just hit a thing. 1 sec. There we go. Before we managed to skewer it. They tunnel underground and attack unsuspecting prey from below. Some call them land sharks. I would like to hear more of the story. Who hasn't done that at least? Yeah, you try not to, but folks, sometimes... When you're young, you say things that you regret later, I think. I hope. You always kind of hope. I've just always been happy that my most foolish things I've said and done were not done on the internet. Especially, yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. There's a somewhat different connotation there, though. It's like... But yeah. I'd like to hear more about this story. I don't have time to tell you about it now. My own life is far in the past. The immediate future holds the problem of a group of bullets sniffing around beneath us, waiting for their next meal. Wait, it seems the scout has discovered something. I hope it's good news. I'm gonna go with probably not. Alright, let's see what's around here before we go up and see what he's doing. Let's look here. I like these little area vignettes. Yeah. So what's in here? Can we get through? I don't seem to be able to, despite the fact that this is an area where it seems like I should be able to get through. I guess my common. It's one of those things where common sense might be saying, don't go that way. You don't have time to go traipsing about. Which is fair, I suppose. Hello, Dwarven Mercenary. You seem like a fun fellow. Do you have anything to say? Probably not.
Hail to ye!
Can't wait to crush some goblin skull. I mean fair. I mean fair. Someone should find Driss Duard and he could kill an army. I've read some of those books. Speaking of, the Sojourn Review is getting to a good fight scene, I think. I don't know for certain, but... Oh, a Belm plant. Can we interact with it? Can we open it? I didn't seem to be able to before, but sometimes sometimes... That's one thing with the Enhanced Edition that I have noticed, is that sometimes opening containers, you gotta be right at the right spot, and sometimes it gets a little, annoying. I don't know what a Belm plant is, but I think the fact that I can collect them means that I might want to collect them. And if not, well, we all know my hoarding tendencies. My ideal games are ones... Actually, one of these days I should try Dragon Dogma again, because I really like the storage system there. The only catch is I was just dreadful at the actual game. Okay. Alright, nothing too useful there. Okay. Well, at least this guy likes us, and there's a scout. So, can we kind of see what's going on here before we talk to him? Let's scout out the area a little more. Do our own scouting. Some more Belm plants. I might regret doing this, but let's see where we can go. Ah, here it says something. I think the context is important, and how long ago it was. I think it's perfectly understandable to get offended by something that someone says now, or God forbid you get someone. That's true. Or God forbid you get someone who makes a big deal about one thing, but then does again. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. I try to warn people about it if I encounter that sort of thing, even in something old, because it's one of those things, like, I never want someone to be ambushed by it. It's like, I might think it's forgivable based on the circumstances, but someone else might not. Like, one of the things I've always liked is red versus blue. But I have to say, like, if you're watching some of the mid-seasons in there, there's a pretty awful, like, transphobic joke in there. And it's like, do I think they're bad people? No, probably not. It's not my place to say whether, as you said, whether or not it's the joke. I mean, I'm not trans, but most I can say is I'm just kind of a little bit gender non-committal. But I think it definitely was an offensive joke. It was a fairly long time ago that it was filmed. I remember probably around the time that I was in college or a little bit afterwards, so the landscape was different. Is that enough of a mitigating factor? Not up to me. But I'll tell you one thing, if I'm going to recommend it to someone, I'm going to warn them that a joke is in there, because no one deserves to be ambushed like that. So, it's kind of like that. Still a good series. I quite enjoyed it. I haven't watched the most recent ones yet, though, so I don't know if I would still like the newer stuff. Like, there were all these new characters, and I was like, dunno. I'll come back to it at some point. If Agent Washington is there, I am there. You could tell when it was getting serious, because suddenly they hired a guy who was a real voice actor, and you're like, this is serious. Not that any of the actors were bad. They were all quite good. It's just, I at least got the impression, and this might be incorrect, that the original cast was basically like a group of friends. So they weren't really like professional actors. So once they got like a professional in there, you're like, well, suddenly Suddenly, performance is a thing here, which means suddenly it's going to be a little bit more than jokes. Been a long time. Yeah, I've heard things that, well, I don't know about gossip behind the scenes of companies and so on. I liked it though. I was very happy to watch it and enjoyed it very much. So, I like a lot of things. I remember watching a lot of things, and sometimes I go back to watch things I watched before. What is this? An old graveyard. Uh-oh. I'm guessing there's going to be undead to kill in this graveyard. I don't know for certain, but maybe. Should I be doing this without talking to the guy first? Probably not, but I like to, as I said, I like to be thorough. Kind of confused about the lack of billets. Well, I think they're underground, is what he was saying. I don't think he said they were above ground.
There is something of interest here.
Oh, I succeeded. I'm gonna... You spot a glimmer of a ring, half buried in a mound of earth. Well, I'm gonna loot the grave. A ring of protection +3. Quite nice, quite nice. Alright, well this was a profitable endeavor. Yep, but I think the bullets are supposed to be underground causing havoc, but I could be wrong. Perhaps they are over here. Perhaps it's not bullets at all, but it's something else. I do not know. All I know is, as I said, I was watching the Eye of the Beholder videos of that YouTuber, and a bullet was involved. It will be interesting to see how much of that storyline, such as it is in the Neverwinter Nights version. Lots of puzzles. Seemed like fun. I never actually played the original, or I played a little bit of each one, but my problem with the original is that, I mean, well, let's put it this way. You've seen me play this enough that you know I can get lost even with a mini-map. I get myself turned around, I walk in the wrong direction, and be like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be going in this way. You've seen me do it many a times. So, I'm sure it does not surprise you that without a mini-map, I am pretty much fucked. It's like, I will not find anything, I will not remember where I went anytime soon, I will be running around in circles, and it's just not gonna work very well. Yawn. Are you tired? Aren't you like the pocket definition of toxic masculinity, dude? Toughen the fuck up. I feel like that is not the lesson I should be getting out of this. Interesting. You can use the map people made of the original and use it to play Neverwinter Nights. That's awesome. That is awesome. You know, I never tried to play it with maps that other people have made. I feel like that would be really cool, though. I think at the time I was playing it, I wasn't very internet savvy. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, the internet's been around longer than anyone gives it credit for, obviously. But at that time, I don't think we were really using it for geek pursuits yet. It was mostly tech stuff and such. I think I read my first fan fiction on the internet. Well, my dad got it from bulletin boards when I was about 12. Because I think I was still living in Pennsylvania at the time. So yeah, 12 would be about right. Oh, the Neverwinter Nights has a dungeon they've added. Oh, cool, cool, cool. I have to look out for dwarves. Right. And I believe the very first fan fiction I ever read was called Treklander, and it was a crossover between Star Trek and Highlander, which were both things I enjoyed very much at 12. I do not remember if the thing was any good. But I remember that was my introduction to fan fiction, and I've always looked at fan fiction as like a way to continue on enjoying the original. So that probably explains a lot of my taste, which is that aside from slashing everybody in sight and thinking they all should have sex, I generally tend to prefer fan fiction that's more close to the original. I'm not really an AU sort of person, alternate universe stuff. Sometimes. Highlander fanfic, yes, yes. Now, I will say, though, that that does put certain things in perspective because, well, I'm very hard to face with certain types of fanfic because I read. Oh, found a bullet. Because I remember reading a whole lot of, well, kinky fanfiction for Highlander. And when you're dealing with people who can die and come back to life, let's just say the BDSM gets a little bit more hardcore than you'd expect. So I'm really hard to face. Ah, the bullet fireball arrows seem to be working pretty good. Hello. Oh, poor Naramal's getting his ass kicked. But only 40 points for a bullet? Jeez, that's rude. Ladies, you never understand. Oh, hello, Mythos. Adam Pearson? Oh, sorry, man. That's where you're cancelled. You're cancelled. Oh my goodness. That man was my first crush, and I am ace. It's the nose. It's the nose. Apparently, the actor went back to medical school sometime over the last, like, because I think he had been in medical school before he became an actor or something. I don't think he'd finished it, but I could be wrong about that. But apparently, he went back at some point, and now he's working as, like an anesthesiologist or a cardiologist or something in California at one of the big name hospitals, too. And it's like, yeah, I know. You figured that out from all the fanfic. Of course. Of course. But just, I can just imagine, like, being at one of those big hospitals and your anesthesiologist or cardiologist or it was something impressive. Don't get me wrong. I just forgot because I remember nothing. And he takes off his mask and he's Mythos. Like, this is surreal. This is very surreal. Impressive though. Impressive. And of course, Duncan MacLeod. I hope you can appreciate the appeal of Duncan MacLeod. I mean, come on. The dude looks like he walked off a one of those Highlander romance novel cover. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's why the Highlander genre became big in romance novels, because there's always like these trends. But like inexplicably, somewhere around the 90s, there was a shit ton of stuff about Scottish Highlands, and I tend to want. I don't know when they started, so it might be that the trend did predate Highlander the series, but I bet you 10 to 1 most of them were written after 1992. Yep, in a perfectly hetero way, huh? That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, Adrian Paul back then, I am 90% certain he he may not have sparked the genre because maybe the genre existed before him, but he definitely inspired a lot of works in the genre, I'm sure. The funniest thing to me was that when I was it would have been middle school or early high school. There was a network that was marketed as Spike, the TV network for men. And it was just like hyper macho stuff. A lot of John Wayne movies, a lot of that shit. And you know, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It was like cheerful to toxic masculinity, not toxic masculinity. Just to sort of look at this explosions and gunfire and shit men like, and it's like, okay, fine. They like the tongue-in-cheek opposite of Lifetime, the network for women, that sort of thing. And I remember though they had a Highlander, and you're just looking at it going, I can't claim credit for this. Someone on the internet pointed out. It's like this is a series where you have incredibly attractive men, foreign accents, gratuitous romances all the time, declarations of romantic feelings all the time, and homoerotic sword fights that end with one of the participants always on their knees. Yeah, this is a series for men. That always made me laugh because 90% of the fans I knew of Highlander were women. It's not to say that men couldn't enjoy it too. I watched it because my dad watched it, of course. But it was funny to see it on the Network for Men. I think the Network for Men had a lot of female watchers at that point in time.
Well
Alright,
met.
let's talk to
Hello.
Captain Bird. Damn it, my worst fears have been confirmed. This hole was made but a short time ago. The soil hasn't yet settled. We need to return to the main forest. Tell them that we're going to need to divert before. I might have just killed a bullet, dude. Just saying. The Network for Men. Oh shit, I should have rested. I only have one fireball left. Shit. Well, that's a waste. Alright, well anyway, let's do another fireball. There we go. Much better. Oh, I blew up a dust plume in a big hole. Nice.
I will see you dead!
Oh, it's dead. Is there another one? Highlander was also my first exposure to slash fanfic.
Or prepare to meet your end.
3 minutes until War Wizards arrive. Okay, well that's good to know. And yep. Oh shit. Let's put that back on. I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, when you get to a certain age and a certain level of beauty, I don't think gender matters. Do you hear that? The damn scout is still out there somewhere. The cry looked like it came from the hill west of us. Find the scout and bring him back in one piece. Oh god, is it a fucking escort mission? Okay. Alright. So, scout's this way, yeah? Can't loot the bullet. West is left, yes? Wait, no? Why? Ah, fuck, okay. Scout. Oh, right where on the plus side, I've already killed the bullet up there, so. He should have a relatively easy time. Sorry, Narmal. You'll, oh, shit. Okay, so... guys, I need to get past you. So I can find... What the fuck? I need to get past you, fuckers. Move. How can I get up there if I can't get fucking past you? You got a limited time. Thank you, fuckers. Okay, one sec. I need to... I would like to complete this before the asshole War Wizards arrive, and I did not save, so I will redo it if I have to. There we go. Hey, leave me alone, you fucker. Okay, here we go. Time limit my fucking ass. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hi. Let's go find the scout. Save the ass of the scout. Save his virtue. It might be my first actual fanfiction, aside from Trecklander, once I started being on the internet myself and not through my father, was, I think, Forever Night, actually. Help me, please. Okay, what's up?
Hey there.
You arrived here just in time. I thought I was a dead man for sure. I killed that bullet earlier, but okay. Where are you? Oh, fuck. I'm Aaron, madam. Aaron Eshel. I was conscripted with my brother, Derry. He's back with the main army. The enrolling officer decided I make a good scout and recommended me to Captain Vard. You should be honored. He's a good judge of character. I can't imagine how it would have felt being torn up by those monsters. You have my gratitude, madam. If there's anything I can do to repay you. We're all on the same side here. We need to look out for each other. Good. Okay. Yes, madam. Don't you worry. If you ever find yourself in trouble, you can rely on Aaron Eshel. And my brother, too. Oh, that's nice of you. Once the War Wizards have cleared the area, I'll make my way down and rejoin the army. Godspeed to you, Alina. I'll make sure my brother and father know what a hero you are. Oh, nice. How nice. The 4th season? Oh. I mean, considering how Forever Night ended, what are you gonna fucking use for the 4th season? Come on. Like, is anyone left alive? I don't think I've read the 4th season. I'm assuming that there was a fan thing for that, but, that's gonna take a lot of work. Because, I mean, they might have... I guess they could have saved Natalie at the end. And it's not a guarantee that, Nick would have died, but, I mean, it was pretty suggestive that he did, but... with the blinds and such, but I guess you can make that work. I did miss it. I'm sorry. I did. I've seen a few Fanish sequel seasons. Oh fuck, I'm gonna die. That's what I get for talking about Forever Night. Fuck! And I did not save, did I? Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, 5 minutes. Okay, well, I've got to replay the next 5 minutes. I did miss it. I did miss it. So, tell me, how did they bring everybody back? Or did they not bring everybody back? I'm assuming they didn't bring Tracy. Did they bring Tracy back? Because people were mean about Tracy. I always kind of liked her. I mean, obviously, I'm a skanky, but, you know. I lost poor Skanky. Did they bring Skanky back? Not sure how you bring Skanky back, really, but, you know. Kaboom. Now I'm curious. Tell me what you remember. Okay. You forgot the details. LaCroix saved Nick and Nat. Knowing that Nick... Oh, that's true. That's true. It would. I can see that. Alright. Okay. Well. Okay, I'm not too bad off. I just gotta kill a bunch of bullets. And I know that this guy... Hi, you came out! Hey, baby. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna throw you a treat. And that means that after I'm done with this, I can see about mixing your medication in with the puree and see if that works. Try not to run away, okay, babe? Have a treat. Come here. Go eat your treat. I'm not gonna kidnap you. Alright. The cat has finally emerged. Is there on your computer somewhere? Still. Oh, poor Skanky. Alright. I may have to call it a night relatively soon, because I do have, now that the cat's out, I do have to see about getting her medication.
Well met. Hello.
Alright, worst fears have confirmed, blah blah blah. Let's go kill off some bullets. I am impressed though. I don't have a lot of stuff from way back when on my drive. I've got some stuff, but not that far back. Been through a few too many computers since. There possibly is somewhere in my old stuff, like a 3x5 disc or something with things, but or 3.5 disc. Was it 3.5 or 3x5? I've never actually been sure.
I will see.
Okay. Damn it. We need to hold out till the war wizards arrive. Okay. Oh, we got the bullets. Okay. Hey, baby. You doing okay? I'm sorry that a plumber came and disturbed you. Okay. Find the scout.
I will see you dead.
Okay. Alright, I need to actually kill these fuckers. Hi. Let me pet you, baby girl. Will you let me pet you? No? You've had a traumatic day, huh? Poor baby. Here. I'll give you some of the squeezy treat when we're ready. Okay. Oh, heck, these things are just kind of popping up, aren't they? I do feel you there. I've got a lot of stuff from, like, the past 20 years, but not... Okay, actually, let's get that haste stuff again. Okay, and what time is it? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna probably... I'll probably save the scout and then call it a night. But we'll see. Hi, babe. I'm really hoping you don't go back into hiding, baby. You're still itchy. Oh, poor baby. You're a sweet girl. I'm very fond of you. Okay.
You must fall for the greater good.
Okay, let's put Ravage Shot back on. That would help. She's probably going back into hiding. Okay. Yep. Okay, well, at least I know she's coming out. Which means the next time she comes out, I'm going to have to be proactive. plotting an ambush for my cat. Wish me luck. Alright, alright. There was a season something I remember reading, but I don't think it was Forever Night. Alright, hello fellow. Let's talk to you again. I don't have a bullet behind me this time, so... Where are you? We're not... Okay, we're on the same side here. Okay, end dialogue. Okay, we're gonna save. Oh, really? Some of the actual writers worked on it? That's fun. That is very cool. One thing I always thought was interesting about the third season is that for all of its faults, I thought they did a really interesting job of fleshing out the society of the vampires. It's like, so you had like the old generation, Nick, Lacroix, and so on, and then you had like the kids basically, like Vachon and Screed, and they had a very different take on vampirism. It's like Vachon basically spending all that time being a freaking borderline superhero, taking part in all those like native protests and things like that was really kind of an interesting contrast to the older guard. I thought that was cool. Oh shit, I'm going in the wrong direction, aren't I? Why won't you let me jump off a cliff, game? Okay, so 30 seconds until the War Wizards arrive. The War Wizards are gonna arrive, and we have lived. Ah, blood attack. Did we... Okay. Somehow you and Captain Vard managed to hold out until the War Wizards showed up. They unleashed the full force of their destructive magic among the remaining billets. Really? Thank you. There are 2 here. With luck, you won't encounter any more, they say, as 2 of them fucking ambush me. Really? Can I go this way? Guys, this is fucking annoying. Hello, War Wizards. Would you like to give me a hand? I thought you said you were done. This is rude. Hi. I don't suppose you can help me out for a sec, guys.
Or prepare to meet your end. You must
Thank you, guys.
fall for the greater good.
Ah, poor dead guy. Alright. It does remind me of Onyx Path, though. When, like, a lot of the original folks who worked on the World of Darkness games worked on, like, the new stuff that come out with Onyx Path, and that's always really cool. Alright. I would like to rest, if I can. Can I? Probably not. Do I have some... Hey, baby girl. You haven't run off yet. That makes me happy. Alright, so let's talk to... Well, let's save and talk to Captain Bard. Maybe he'll give us a chance to rest. Probably not. Alright. Captain Vard is covered in blood and breathing heavily. That was damned close. Those beasts almost had me more than once. What took those wizards so long? He glares at the crimson-garbed mages. Were it not for you, Alina, Warlord Vashra would already be looking for some other poor sod to lead a mercenary army. You fought like a demon. I haven't seen many better than you, and I've seen a lot. We might yet prevail against the Sithilicians, provided the mage is actually bothered to show up. I need to do a few things. Alright. I think, like I said, I think I'm going to head out for the night. Let me see who I can raid. And then I get to see about mixing some medication with some puree, and we can see if it actually works. Hopefully I won't scare her in the process. She's a skittish little thing. Oh, nope, I don't want to close OBS yet. That would be rude. Alright, let's see who's around. Who is around? Is Emmy still on, or did she raid out? She is still on, so I'm going to raid Emmy and Drew. Emmy is fun, quite chaotic. You'll have a blast. She's playing Kingdom Hearts. She's probably going to finish soon, but that's okay. Alright, have a good night. Also, I know her in real life, and she is as nice as she seems.